What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but welcome back to another episode of Community Kitchen where we're cooking up the latest and greatest gaming news headlines. And who better to join me today than Aiden? Why don't you say what's up?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Sandwich, where when we talk about Fallout, we always just rant about it because that's what Kevin wants to do.
Of course, and before we get into what I want to do, we want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that are liking these videos, subscribe to Game Sandwich. If you're new here, do all that, and join our community Discord. Links to that is in the video description down below. Now, Fallout Day. It has come and gone. It went down yesterday. They celebrated a lot. And it was about 30 minutes of announcements that includes a wide range of all things Fallout, as you'd expect. Now, I have a problem, and normally we save the problems for Gamer Grudge, but I figured today would be a nice little talking point, especially because we live in a world where I as a Fallout fan, I see the new show on the horizon, and I'm like, brand synergy. You have the layup. You have everything there to say, you know what? Let's put out a game that's going to sell. And then when you factor in the other news that John covered in his video earlier this week about how Xbox wants these 30% margins, very unrealistic numbers, they want to make the money. And then you see what happened today, and then you're like, oh, like, what's going on here? So I want to take it from the top where they are celebrating 10 years of Fallout 4 with this anniversary edition, and then they're releasing it on the Switch too. Are we good on that? Like, is that, like, fair? Like, hey, 10 years, it warrants it.
I mean, I sit here and think, oh, 10 years, okay, that's good to finally do like an anniversary edition. But then I also sit here and think, is Fallout 4 going to be able to run on the Switch too? Because like Pokemon Legends ZA has problems running on the Switch too.
Hey, and then
And that's significantly less processing power needed there.
factor in the Bethesda jank where you're like, oh, like how are we doing this here? But to be fair, this re-release of the game is going to have all 6 DLC pieces like Far Harbor, Nuka World, Animatron, all that stuff. There's a bunch of Creation Club stuff coming, and then apparently the next level of creations are coming to Fallout 4, which means you're going to see even more content. So, like, sure, 10th Anniversary Edition, I mean, hell, they released Skyrim, like, 50,000 times. So, that's just Xbox's The Last of Us, if I had to call a spade a spade. That's what that is.
And for every 50,000 like Skyrims, there's going to be one Fallout.
There, there will be. There will be. So, again, they talked about, like, Fallout coming to real-world stuff, where they talked about, like, a museum. They talked about, I think they hinted at a potential, like, park thing? I don't know. It's, like, real-life Fallout attractions fans can look forward to in the near future. So, maybe. And a lot of this takes place in, like, Texas, Nevada, like, where the games kind of live and breathe. They talked about Fallout Shelter. Mobile game, could care less about it. Honestly, I'm sorry. I know there's people that love Fallout Shelter. But hey, whatever. Fallout 76. It's going to be getting that Burning Springs update that brings the Ghoul character from the show into 76. We were talking about this a little bit on stream, but what do you think about that being implemented in 76? Because I think, do you play a lot of 76? I
I
could
mean,
be
I don't play a ton of it. Like I'm off and on with it, off
off
and
and
on.
on.
Like every time there's a big update, like I play through the big update and I'm like, yeah, I enjoy this, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have friends, so
Oh, Aiden.
I just stop. But but no, I'm off and on with it. I do enjoy it though. Overall, I think it's a pretty fun Fallout game in general. And so like yeah, I'm excited for like the next update for Fallout 76. Like I think it'll be good to add the ghoul. And I think the whole bounty thing is exciting. My biggest excitement for it though really is just that they're increasing the map to go into Ohio as well. So I'm excited that like the map is actually going to get a good size increase here and everything again. I still wish that they would just go north and just go straight into Pennsylvania, but you know, like as homegrown there, come on.
Shout
Like
out.
let me go up to the pit again.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
without it being an expedition. Like I want to just explore the actual pit here, not expedite. But whatever.
And for what it's worth, and then this will tie into whatever we're talking about next, which is the thing I have the gripe with. Um, Fallout 76, they're doing a very good job. Like, I'll give them credit of giving that game more and more content. Of course, it is a live service game, so you do have to give it the content to be a successful game. We know how it launched, where it was very bad, like no NPCs, it just felt empty. And now more and more, especially from what I hear from people who are actively playing it, it's like, no, this game is like pretty well off. So I might have to hop in to see what's done there. But
I mean, they've only added like a ton of content to it
only,
at this point. I mean,
yeah, and again,
all those people who said that it would fail in the first year.
that's also the thing of like what they presented felt like it would fail in the first year because like there was clearly no roadmap or there really wasn't anything to go off of. And now that they've given it all those updates, like they, comparatively speaking, like Cyberpunk got all the updates post-launch, it brought it to a state where it's like, oh, like this is a proper game now. Like, hey, people are having fun. And that's all they could ask for. Now, I'm going to start with Danny Trejo. And that's something I never thought I would say in gaming. Or like,
Machete.
yeah, Machete. Like, shout out to him. He started this thing where he's like, oh, like Bethesda, just remaster or remake Fallout New Vegas. And then that kind of got the ball rolling where people are like, yeah, like Fallout New Vegas is highly regarded as one of the best Fallout games of all time. You pointed out prior that, yeah, like it's a Fallout game, but it's made by Obsidian, and Bethesda is like, no, like that's just like a thing off to the side. And
Before you rant here, like, can we
yes,
just agree here? Bethesda does not care about Obsidian. They're never going to care about Obsidian. To them, Obsidian is the company that did it better, and they were like, okay, we're going to be salty, so we're not going to give you the time of day. You guys should just be lucky that they are getting an anniversary bundle for this game. You should just like, you shouldn't be happy about it. Like happy about it, but you should just be like happy, like as in like that they are even giving it the light of day, considering they never do anything with Obsidian or give them the time of day here.
so as Aiden alluded to, Fallout New Vegas is getting a new release, but it's just going to be this 15th anniversary bundle, which will have like DLC. It's going to have this weird statue of Victor. It's going to have NCR recon patches, like physical stuff. And you know what? Hey, physical release, whatever. I'd be very surprised if it's a code in the box, which honestly tracks for modern releases. But this is where I want to open up the dialogue for the video, where it's like, okay, you have the Fallout show, and I guess spoilers for the Fallout show if you haven't watched it yet. Gonna just
it's been 2 years. If you haven't seen it, I don't feel bad.
You'd be surprised with people, but I digress. The end of that show, we clearly got the tease of we're going to New Vegas, and like, hey, this is gonna be the next part of the series and whatever. And I believe that show's coming out in November, December, if I'm not mistaken. Season 2.
December is when it starts.
December is when it starts. And now I'm gonna bring it back even further to the Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake. Whenever I look at that and how that game literally, like, albeit leaks and rumors were abundant, like, we knew about that game before they officially did something about it. That game released out of nowhere. Air quotes, nowhere. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm very thankful we got the Oblivion remake. It was a very fun time. I think it's great. Whatever. But whenever I look at what happened earlier this week with Xbox and how they're saying, we want these margins, we want to make this amount of money, we want to do this, this, and that. Every company has a right to make money, albeit Xbox is very foolish in what they're doing over there. They are beyond repair at this point. So, yeah, thumbs down for that. But whenever you see that the Fallout show is getting a new season, that show is highly regarded. it has widespread appeal where it's like, oh, it's on Amazon Prime, everybody's going to be talking about it, everyone has liked the prior season 1, and it has that draw. There's going to be people coming out of that go, oh, like, I really like this season, hopefully. Like, I want to play the game. I want to play the game that's set within the world the season takes place in, or what I would like to believe a good chunk of that season.
And that's why you get an anniversary edition.
Aiden, you're rage baiting me. Wouldn't it make sense for Bethesda and Obsidian and Xbox and Microsoft, the people who want the money, to be like, now would be the perfect time to release the long-awaited, long-pined-for Fallout New Vegas remake? Like, am I crazy? Am I crazy to ask for such a thing? Like, I don't know if it's me. Oh, okay.
You're crazy to ask for such a thing. Again, this is Bethesda we're talking about. They don't care about Obsidian. The only reason they're doing New Vegas is because they know it's popular in general, and this is their opportunity to retell the story of New Vegas in their own way, so they can just like completely like disregard the game version. They're using the show to tell their own story about it. Because they don't care. They don't want you to know anything about New Vegas. They're just like, hey, here's your anniversary edition. We'll get some money off a damn statue.
Yeah.
We're not going to give you what you want.
And some patches and some playing cards, Aiden. Let's not...
Instead, they're going to release Skyrim New Vegas edition.
Oh, my. As much as I love Skyrim, man, I can't do that. But, like, it's just so weird to hear that headline coming out of Xbox and then see this, and then Lord knows what's happening over the weekend with Halo. Again, we're pre-recording this before Halo weekend commences. But, again, the most talked about thing in the Fallout community is either the Fallout 3 remake or New Vegas. And then you go, okay, which one are we going with? Like, this year, which one are we dropping? Show takes place in New Vegas. It's going there. You could add story or DLC to this game where it's like, oh, like, characters from the show are in there, and albeit Mr. House is most likely, I think they showed him in the trailer, it's like, yeah, like, no, there's gonna be parts of that already in the show. It just does not make sense, especially hearing what happened earlier in the week, and albeit there was this little line from Todd Howard where he goes, I'm trying to find the exact quote here, where he's like, where is...
That's a weird quote.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
He says, Bethesda is hard at work for all things that fans want, but we'll have to wait for more updates.
Asterisk that we made.
Yeah. And that could mean, like, Elder Scrolls, and that could mean something not the Fallout remake. If you had to ask me, gun to my head, I do think that game exists. I do think they are going to do it. I do think they're going to do a Fallout 3 remake. It just makes sense. But, again, there is not more of a right time to release such a game. I don't know.
The worst thing that ever happened was Bethesda buying the Fallout series.
They bought the Fallout series? I thought they made that from the ground up.
No, it was a different company that made it.
Oh, you're talking about the top-down click, like
yeah,
Fallout 1
the original Fallout series. Bethesda bought it, and then they turned it into what it is. I mean, granted, they've done some good stuff with it, but it's one. But I can't help but think, oh man, what if like somebody else bought it?
Yeah, again, this is just me kind of like going priorities for them. Like, what if we got the Fallout New Vegas remake when we got the Oblivion remake, and then let's just swap around things where, like, this fall we get the Oblivion remake, and, like, time, resources, and efforts went to the proper thing to line up perfectly. Because, like, more often than not...
Okay, I will admit I was wrong. But the original one was made by Black Isle Studios.
Okay.
So there you go.
Hey, you know, Fallout's Fallout. You know, we all love it. But whenever any, like, Pokemon, whenever, I don't know. I'm sure when Call of Duty movie comes out, we're going to get a Call of Duty. What am I saying? what it's called, like, you're capitalizing on the hype. And for me, as a fan of Fallout and just wanting that next thing, because I know Fallout 6 or 5, right? No, 6, 5, one of the two. That is so
Fallout
far
5
off.
is the next one.
5 is the next. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Whatever next Fallout is happening, that is so far away. I mean, because Elder Scrolls has not even, like, Andrew and I were talking about this on stream. Like, that game, we don't know. We don't know where it is. We don't know if it's going to happen. It's so far away.
There are great
Fallout
mysteries
so
in this
away.
world, you know? And the great mysteries are, when's Elder Scrolls 6 going to release? When is Fallout 5 going to release? When is Fable going to release?
Oh, no.
You know? All of these center around Xbox. And so I can't help but think that maybe Xbox is the problem.
Yeah, no, I'm fully ready to admit that. They've been the problem. But again, how the cards fall for them, I could be sitting here next time this year, or next year this time, where it's like, oh, we got the New Vegas remake. But it's like, wouldn't it have hit a little harder? Like, couldn't you have sold an extra few special editions, whatever, with the show, with the hype, with everything, the holiday season coming up? Again, it's just me trying to read the tea leaves here, where it's like, you're making the wrong choice here. And again, I might be asking for too much for them to speed up development. I never want that to happen, because obviously it ruins a few things. But I don't know. I just wanted to talk today to vent this frustration. Like, come on, you missed the perfect opportunity. And I know I'm foolish for expecting that.
I mean, you are, but it's okay to be foolish.
Oh,
We can't all have solid theories like Nintendo, like getting the rights to game stuff before Power World or whatever in order to be able to sue them. But hey, you know.
Hey, it all goes
More of
back
that
to
if you
them.
watch our previous video.
Yeah, exactly. It all goes back to them. But this is where I'm going to pass it off to the community at large. How are we feeling about Fallout Day? Like, am I doing too much here? Like, I know there's going to be that comment that goes, yeah, obviously, like, why would you expect blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, it's like, it makes too much sense in the grand scheme. And then again, shame on me for expecting gaming companies to actually have the sense to do the thing that's right and that's on time.
Again, I think you guys deserve to have Fallout New Vegas. You deserve it.
Okay.
I just think you're expecting too much of Bethesda to actually care about you guys.
I think
and to care about something made not by them.
That's the part of it that's like, okay, I kind of see why. But also, too, when they just drop the Oblivion remake out of thin air, like on a random weekend, they're like, hey, this is the thing. It's coming out next weekend. It's like, hello? Like, what? And then here we are playing the game. I don't know. But that about does it for this episode of Community Kitchen. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more gaming content just like this, keep it locked to Game Sandwich for all your gaming news, rumors, and reviews. But as of right now, I've been Kalo, joined by Aiden, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.